What is up, everybody? Keith, aka Gator Guy 231. It is Friday, September 4th, and we have 4 more games for a Nations League slate to cover. After yesterday, I don't know if I'm the right person to cover those. Obviously, I'm teasing, but man, that was a bad slate. You know, I'm always the type that if there's going to be certain goals rolling in from strikers and more goal-dependent players, I'm going to have a bad day, and that's exactly what happened with the likes of Werner, Jumba. I can't even think of all the strikers, but Mitrovic, like, if you were a striker, you scored, unless I rostered you. Anyhow, let's jump into today. Today should be, I hope, a better slate. Definitely some price mess ups that DK has that we should take advantage of. Just a couple quick notes. As you can see at the top right of the screen, FSI did get a facelift with a new logo, some new graphics throughout the site. So hope you all enjoy that. And, you know, if you're enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button bottom right. Is the best way to show support for us and what we're doing. All right, let's take a look at the cheat sheet and the odds. We'll see that unlike yesterday, we have 2 really big favorites. Italy is minus 325 over Bosnia, Herstman, I'm just going to go Bosnia. Netherlands minus 244 over Poland. Austria and Northern Ireland are pretty close to a pick'em, plus 142. And then we have Romania, plus 117, hosting Northern Ireland. You do notice that all these games don't have over 3 total. So once again, you know, it's like yesterday. You know, you can kind of look at the odds and go, all right, this is going to be a floor slate. And then, you know, if you don't get the goals right, or, you know, a guy gets 2 goals or 1 goal and 5 shots, you could be sinking. So that is going to be the hard part of this slate. And really, if we're realistic, that's the hard part of most soccer slates is you can pick out the floors, but, you know, are you going to avoid enough goals to survive? Let's take a look at lineups and kind of go from there. So first off, with Italy, I read yesterday that Insigne is supposed to miss. Sofa has him projected. I guess we'll see. You know, that's the beautiful part about soccer, especially in international. We're getting these lineups like an hour and 15 minutes before lock. So no problem adjusting if he's not in. Also, Bernardeschi is out as well. So I don't remember who I saw predicted up there, but just know any Italy attacker is obviously going to be in play. I think the biggest lock on Italy would be Baraghi. If starting, he should be over most set pieces and also gives you a lot of open play value from the left. Florenzi is actually taking a few sets off the right, but would probably give way if Insigne did play. If he's not, though, there's a chance that you could get some Florenzi corners too. So those fullbacks for Italy, honestly, probably my favorite plays because everybody else is just really expensive. Immobile is very, very pricey. I'm sure he will be very popular. He was Serie A's, I believe he won the Golden Boot in Serie A. Or they probably call it something different. Anyway, top scorer in Italy. You know, he's going to need a goal to pay off that tag. So, you know, definitely can go there. They're the biggest favorite. But I think there's plenty of other forwards that we can attack. There's one that has the best forward in the slate. And there's another that, you know, probably would have won the scoring title in Italy if he played there. That's way underpriced. So that would probably be where I'm going at forwards. Barella is fine. Jorginho, fine. They're both pricey, but fine. That's just kind of how I feel about Italy. They're fine. They're just really pricey. And I think that I might want to go other routes. You know, I think that for GPP, stacking them up makes a lot of sense. But, you know, if you really want to build a balanced lineup, you're not going to have a ton of Italy in there, I don't believe. Let's go over to Bosnia side of things. Obviously, they're the biggest dogs, so I don't think we're going to be wanting to load up on many of their pieces. The only piece I probably would mention is Edna Visca. With no Pjanic on the side, he should take almost all the sets. So I think he's playable. Obviously, you know, he's not free, so it's tough to pay a decent price for somebody that's such a big dog. But if you do think that Italy's maybe a little bit overrated, odds-wise, then, you know, I have no problem with Bosnia. Maybe you play the goalie. If you're not playing Immobile, you're not playing Chiesa, you're not playing Insigne, you know, maybe you could run it back at the goalie and, you know, hope like what we saw in Turkey was, you know, the odds were a little bit heavy in Turkey. I'm already blanking on the country's name. Anyhow, showed up, and that was a very, very even game throughout. They get a goal late, goalie stands on his head, and Yahtzee, you're sweating if you had that goalie. Anyhow, let's move to the next game. Netherlands versus Poland. Lock of the slate to me is Memphis Depay. Takes all the sets for Netherlands, takes the PKs. It's also the biggest scoring threat. He is very expensive, but fills a forward spot, and you not only get the biggest ceiling, but you get the biggest floor, all that good stuff. So yeah, I will play Memphis. That's why he's on the cover of this video and my cheat sheet. Wijnaldum, just it's expensive. Just keep in mind he is a different player for Dutch than he is for Liverpool. Much more attacking. I can't remember the stat, but I think it was like 7 goals in 8 games for the Netherlands. So yeah, he's definitely in play. Like GPP, but definitely play. Same with Ryan Babel, GPP, but in play. Luke De Jong, I actually thought was an interesting price. Things on like 7K, leading the line. Poland, without Lewandowski, is definitely going to be hurting here a bit. So I don't mind loading up Netherlands pieces. The other 2 pieces, Nathan Ake actually is a good fullback when he plays it for them. He's now a center back for City, center back for Bournemouth, but when he plays for Netherlands, he does play fullback, and it's a good fullback at that. He can cross the ball, and Dumfries is fine as well. Poland side of things, I'm probably going to be avoiding for the most part, but the sets will be split between Zielinski and Grozicki. The rest I'm just not that interested in. All right, let's go to Norway and Austria. We're going to get to a little more interesting plays here. First off, did not check this morning, but Martin Odegaard was not in the player pool as of last night, so that is a shame. But he should be over most of the sets. Ivor Fossum, if for some reason Odegaard is not in, had been taking. Maybe he splits with Odegaard. I was not able to find a sample of both of them in. But the big thing is Irving Bright Haaland is sub 6K because he's never played for them, and I don't know why. Draftkings decided to not price him up, but one of the world's best strikers, one of the best young talents, is under 6K. So he should be like 90% owned. So if you want to leverage, go for it. I will not be leveraging. I'll just go ahead and hit the lock button there, and that's cool with me. And I'll try to beat everybody else other places. Josh King's fine. Your fullbacks are just whatever, but yeah, the big targets are Fossum and Haaland. And then if they added Odegaard by this time, go for it. For Austria's side of things, normally the big player is David Alaba. He is not with the squad because of how late Bayern was playing into the Champions League. So likely on sets, we're going to see Sabitzer, obviously a great player for Red Bull Leipzig. I think he's a good player and he's a good price. I don't think Norway is a team to be scared of, so I don't mind playing him at all, especially if he's in a wide position. He could split sets with Ulmer. Baumgartner is another Bundesliga player that's a good player. Probably needs more of a goal or assist to get there, but still nice. And then Leitner, good fullback too. So you definitely got some options from this game. Finally, let's go to Romania versus Northern Ireland. So a lot will depend on lineups here. But if Romania starts Haji, I love Haji. Huge crosser. Stansau has always been a guy that for his club's taking sets, but for Romania, it just doesn't seem to. Like, I've seen, let me just scroll up. I had samples of Matrida taking, Diak taking, Haji I couldn't find, but I know if he was in, he'll likely take some. But Stansau is like the last guy to take. Still a good player, but you might not get the setup side or the set floor, I should say. Puskas, good player. Florian Koeman, I just thought I would throw this out there. He's like close to min price. He's an interesting player. He's like kind of highly sought of, so that could be a good GPP flyer or even like a cash punt if he's playing in a wide position. That kind of rounds it for me. I don't know much about the fullbacks, but if they're cheap, they play. From Northern Ireland, Paddy McNair takes a Monopoly set pieces, so that is always nice. Everybody else is just kind of there. Stuart Dallas, good forward. Don't know much about Jordan Jones. Gavin White, good player. Yeah, so, and Jamal Lewis obviously is a very sought after fullback in the Premier League. So some good options there. All right, guys, hope this helps. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow to preview yet another Nations League slate as these keep coming fast. It's been awesome to have some classic soccer back. Good luck today, and let's see you all up on the leaderboard. See you.